The NBA consists of 30 teams spread across 2 conferences within the United States of America and also Canada. But this doesn't mean that they only play their games in their home countries.
I'm going on an adventure!
There has been official regular season games already played historically in places like London, Mexico City,
Hola, Mexico.
and even Tokyo if you go back far enough.
The wing, Hardaway peeps after the fake pass. What a beautiful move.
What I wanted to find out was, what was better? Watching a game in one of these special events played overseas, or is it better to experience an NBA game in the city that it's from?
Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
So that's what we're doing. I'm facing up the NBA Paris 2024 game against what some would describe as the perennial home of basketball, New York City.
And now the NBA is in Paris with the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Brooklyn Nets.
So I got to Paris, hit up this so rare NBPA event, which was so cool to attend, chatted through lots of hoops, before the next day going on a riverboat cruise with Tony Parker ahead of the tip-off. And this is some of the stuff he had to say.
First NBA game? Yes, first time? Wow, it's going to be a good one. A lot of people coming tonight, it's going to be packed. You're not courtside? I'm not going to see you then. I'm not going to come up to row 23. I'll see you here.
And after disembarking, obviously had to go and chat to some fans.
So obviously we're asking fans who they think is going to win the game tonight between the Brooklyn Nets and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Who do you think is going to win tonight?
I think the team from Cleveland. They're the Cavaliers?
Yeah, that's the one.
I'll take the Cavaliers from Cleveland.
There you have it. The Cavaliers are going to win. So we're here now at the game, obviously with NBA Paris. John, who do you think is going to win this game and who's going to be the highest point scorer in the game?
I got to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I got to go with my man, Donovan Mitchell. It's just an easy point choice at that point, but I do think, so rare-wise, Jared Allen will have the best game tonight.
No, that's Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
In post, I'm going to edit who has the biggest scores, and we'll see who's got egg on our face.
Oh, hell no!
Putting on a great show for all of you. Go Nets.
I was not expecting Tristan Thompson here.
Support, let's have a good game, and go Cavs. It's our game.
You better watch out for that guy.
The players then obviously come out.
Number 45, Spider! Donovan Mitchell!
And then the game itself tipped off. Now, what was the game like? That's the million-dollar question. Had top draw moments, top quality moments just like that. But I will say the atmosphere, it was a bit flat. It felt more like a neutral game than a Cavs home game as listed on the slate. Now that's not to say that every single overseas game is like this, but it's definitely a possibility. That said, this game had a ton of celebrities sitting courtside, including a friendly face from earlier on.
I met that guy!
Then we had a big old scrap.
And Thompson is ejected.
As you saw Tristan Thompson get ejected from the game.
111. Brooklyn Nets 102. Cavs win!
I even got to see Ben Simmons, which surely has to be the rarest thing of them all. Then the next morning, I was up and checking out the So Rare HQ in Paris. If you don't know what So Rare is, I'll quickly tell you as they help make a lot of this possible. I think it's the best fantasy sports game out there, and if you're into the basketball with the NBA, Major League Baseball, and football across the world from Europe's top 5 leagues to the MLS, you should definitely check it out. I'll leave my partner link in the description down below, which will give you the best possible sign-up offer at that time to get involved in the action. The offices were super cool, and it was great to check them out before heading back home to get ready for the NBA New York.
Welcome to New York, about 70 degrees right now.
And now we're in New York City. So obviously I'm here to find out if an NBA experience is better here in America or in Paris. So I had to start off by doing a game in New York City. That's right, the Knicks v the Lakers. We're gonna go and watch that and see how it goes.
I need to get a fan's opinion though before the game.
So obviously we're right here now at the Lakers v the Knicks game, like I said earlier. And what we're going to be doing now, we're catching the general gauge of the fans on the street, who they think is going to win tonight. So, I mean, we're going to have a little look around to see who's going to be there. I mean, yeah, they're all about here. We've got a few more people. My man.
Oh, you have to talk to her. I feel like she had something better to say. I think she was saying, let's go Knicks.
If I was going to ask you who you think is going to win Lakers v Knicks tonight, can I just get your opinion?
Well, I was going to say Knicks, but then the person who was not wearing a jacket outside in very cold weather, they said Knicks. So now I actually kind of feel like the Lakers are going to win this game.
The Lakers are going to win
I feel like the Lakers. I think we're going to get a LeBron game.
Let's get in there and see how this game plays out.
Yes, so we got our tickets scanned and we're in MSG for the Knicks v Lakers in a freaking suite for the game. Let's just take a second to appreciate that.
Now, we are here at Knicks Lakers, incredibly loud is what I will say. So how does the atmosphere compare to NBA Paris? That's what we want to know.
Then yes, we have the players come out and do their thing.
And a forward at 6'9" from St. Vincent St. Mary's High School in Ohio, number 23, LeBron James.
And you know it's showtime when LeBron James puts some chalk in his hands on the sideline and throws it in the air, that's for sure. Lakers were actually, they were pretty good in this game. I'd say even very good in this game. Jackson Hayes catching a big old poster right there. And D'Angelo Russell bricking up threes certainly worked up an appetite.
On the Wieners side.
How the Wieners looking?
Anthony Davis wasn't really doing it scoring wise, but on the defensive end, he was incredible. And the Knicks were kind of sloppy is what I'll say. Bar some Jalen Brunson MVP chance, the Lakers did a good job slowing him down. Then towards the back end of the game is ice with this LeBron fadeaway. With the Knicks then playing their next game via the Grizzlies pretty soon. The next morning we was up hitting some classic New York City food with some bagels in the morning and then a little trip to Cat's Deli for their famous sandwiches. Yes, of course, if we're in New York we had to go and try that out. You okay there, mate? Before heading across the Brooklyn Bridge for the next game in this leg.
And now we're here in Brooklyn to watch the Nets take on the Warriors. Let's see how this experience is different. So obviously what we saw in Paris, but also how we saw with the Lakers v Knicks.
Yes, so 2 Brooklyn Nets games in this video. Can you believe it? Not me. In any case, the Warriors are in town, and so are the Splash Brothers of Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Although in this game, they were struggling to hit a barn door. In fact, only Steph was able to hit any shot from behind the arc at all. Big up to the Brooklyn Brigade. They made the atmosphere in the place amazing throughout. Unfortunately for them though, as you can see, Steph Curry ended up turning it on, and he started cooking towards the stretch, despite even more help from some of their fans. Warriors ended up taking the W, meaning that Brooklyn have lost twice in this video, so any Nets fans watching, I do apologise. The next morning, we was up grabbing some coffee before exploring a little bit more of the city, like Chinatown, before checking out the So Rare offices in NYC and all of the cool merch that they had around there. Then we headed off, grabbed some tacos and the single most orange Fanta I've ever had in my entire life, then headed off to the final game of the video at Madison Square Garden.
So obviously we watched the Knicks-Lakers, just where you saw right up there. Let's see how these seats compare for the Knicks v the Grizzlies.
Not quite sure on this being the key matchup, but hey, we'll go along with it. There were some cool Lunar New Year celebrations going on, and we even had a friend manage to film me from his seats above. A D-Rose sighting at the Garden was great to see, but overall the Knicks absolutely had their way with this injury-ravaged Grizzlies side. They were up nearly like 30. But then Brunson rolled his ankle, and out of nowhere we had a major comeback on the cards. The Knicks just about held on to that W there, and then we was in the boozer for a few drinks afterwards and grabbing a customary slice on the way home. What would I say that won this whole video? Look, Paris had some unbelievably cool events and build up, and it was a great way to experience an NBA game for people in the UK and Europe. But for atmosphere and everything that comes with that, you simply can't beat the games being played at their original intended venues.
NBA Bosch.